I begin with Terry McLaurin, who is in the middle of a contract dispute right now with Washington, not at the workouts this week. I would imagine you and I would agree on this. It's very unlikely Washington is going to deal Terry McLaurin. But, Greg, if you are the Patriots, are you on that phone seeing what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, yes. If I am the Patriots, yes, I am. I mean, I don't think he's a bona fide one. I'd say he's one-ish, which would be an improvement for the Patriots. The other question is, do I think the Patriots will, let's say he is available, which I agree with you. I don't think he will be. Jaden Daniels just had a great rookie season. They got to the NFC Championship game, and I guess looking at the news, this is what sort of like another report generated because he didn't show up at voluntary practices. Which, I mean, doesn't, like we've talked about before, I forget who the other receiver was that we talked about. But anyways, this doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that it's imminent that he's going to be gone and whatnot. We'll see. Do I think that the Patriots, at the end of the day, if Terry McLaurin is available, would they be engaged in talks to get him? No, I don't, because I think that, and from this reason, and we sort of talked about it after the draft, and this follows on the question I asked Elliot Wolf after the draft about whether they were still basically in on making deals or did they have room to do it? And he said, I think so. I think we have a little room, something like that. And he referenced Richard Miller, the cap guy. I'm sure he'll have something to say about it. I just think from the perspective of they've spent, once the draft class is all signed, they will have spent over $300 million in player contracts for this year already. They have the new coaching staff that they brought in, a couple new front office people. You have the outgoing staff that they are paying, including Gerard Mayo. I think the Patriots are tapped out for this year. That being said, I do think that if I were them, I would worry less about now in the start of the season. I would be saving any petty cash for the trade deadline and injury should the Patriots get to, I think I just looked it up earlier. I think the trade deadline is like November 19th. And we will get into the schedule and where I think they will be around that time. I would save it for then to be like, all right, we're really close, but we're missing this. Or we lost so-and-so, that's going to kill us down the stretch and in the playoffs. I would save the petty cash till then. I think that they're closed for business right now.
Interesting approach, because, of course, you could say bird in the hand. If you can land McLaurin now, if that was even possible. If you wait until the deadline, what happens if nobody's available? Then you wonder if you're kicking yourself in the tuchus for not making that deal during camp season.
The Patriots' edge rush has been virtually non-existent since Matthew Judon went down to a torn biceps early in 2023 before being traded to the Atlanta Falcons in 2024. New head coach Mike Vrabel's done a pretty solid job addressing the spot and adding veteran leadership, including Harold Landry, who was with him forever in Tennessee, as well as Calebon Chason, who played under Josh McDaniels back in Vegas. That said, the position still lacked the kind of long-term upside player that could be counted on to potentially develop behind those two veterans. And while New England didn't address their defensive line until day 3 of the draft, they may have gotten one of the draft's best values in Braden Swinson, a player who not only brings day 1 potential as a pass rusher, but the kind of upside the position has lacked for quite some time. The LSU product saw his draft stock fall due to maturity concerns, which reportedly included butting heads with coaches and being benched for a quarter against Florida for being late. It was the first Patriots pick that didn't feature a former captain or team leader, but as Vrabel said pre-draft, you can't win games with a bunch of good dudes. And executive vice player of player personnel Elliot Wolf assured reporters that the team did its research behind the scenes. If Swinson stays quiet off the field, New England's virtually guaranteed one of the draft's best values. Among Power 5 defenders, Swinson ranked 6th in pass rush win rate and 7th in pass rush productivity according to PFF. He was even better on their true pass sets, ranking 4th in both metrics. Here, UCLA's 2 tight end look forces Swinson a couple of gaps outside of the tackle, but his bend helps him make light work of both skill players. Swinson shrugs off a chip block, dips and rips around the second tight end to help influence a scramble, and shows his closing speed to get to the quarterback, finishing strong with the awareness to attack the football and force a key turnover late in the game. Swinson has the talent that teams covet in the developmental edge, but his ability to beat tackles' hands with well-coordinated strikes should carve out an early role in obvious pass situations. On this takedown, Swinson loads up as the ball is snapped and fires off the line. Left tackle Diego Pounds throws a 2-hand punch as he jab steps inside, but Swinson catches the outside hand and uses a long arm to maintain distance while stepping back outside. After clearing a path to quarterback Jackson Dart, Swinson keeps swiping to stay clean and valiantly goes for a punch out on the sack.
Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to become members of Patriots Press Pass here on YouTube for more breakdowns just like this, as well as a ton of other great bonus content.